is going to come in. We're going to start to see a lot more snow. Radar's looking pretty boring for the moment. We got this low down here, and that's dumping a lot of rain. There haven't been any severe thunderstorms out of this system yet. There might be a few over the next couple days, but I know they definitely downgraded the risk of severe weather with this system. So if we continue on, the jet stream, you can see that trough, which is giving us that really strong low, and that's going to push it off to the side. And you can see for the most part, the cooler air stays over here. And this will be a little bit warmer, but wherever the air is above the jet stream, it's typically going to be a lot cooler. So that's definitely what you want to watch out for when it comes to the cooler air. And if we continue on 6 to 10 day temperatures, you can see the majority of the country is going to stay below average. So definitely a lot cooler temperatures as we go into your Thanksgiving week, and even maybe thinking about into finals week for colleges. Down in the south, though, you can see they're seeing some warmer temperatures, so that's going to be a nice little change. If you happen to be going down south, I know Curtis said he was going down to Florida. I'm going down to New Orleans, so we can expect some warmer temperatures, which I think will be very nice for those of us traveling, getting away from the cooler weather a little bit. If we continue on, we can look at the 6 to 10 day precip, and you can see that large area that's going to get a lot of rain and even potentially snow, depending on what the temperatures decide to do. So that's something we want to watch out for over Thanksgiving break and even into the next week. And with that, I will send it back to Curtis.
All right, Liz, thanks for that forecast. We're going to take a quick break, but when we return, the answer to our question and Iowa weather. All right, and we're back. I'm sure you're dying to know the answer to our trivia question. Excluding tornadoes and hurricanes, what was the fastest wind speed ever recorded on Earth close to the surface in miles per hour? The answer was C, 231 miles per hour. That was recorded in New Hampshire's Mount Washington Observatory on April 12th, 1934. So with that, we're going to send it over to the wall with Rachel for Iowa weather.
Taking a look at the entire state, we should expect to see much of the same here. 31 up in Mason City, 35 in Waterloo. Over in Sioux City, a couple degrees warmer, 37 degrees there. And our low temperatures today, pretty seasonable, 30 degrees for Mason City, 33 for Waterloo, and 31 down in Des Moines. And high temperatures, not too much added to the low temperature. 41 degrees for Des Moines and 40 up in Mason City, a couple degrees warmer in Waterloo at 44 degrees. So a very seasonable, cool November day ahead of us. Here's that turkey to remind you that Thanksgiving break is on its way here. We're going to expect to see cooler temperatures. If we put this forecast temperatures into motion, we'll see they'll bottom out, I'd say a couple degrees cooler than that, maybe in the mid-20s up to around 34 in Ames, maybe a couple degrees warmer than that. I'd say probably around the 40-degree mark. But for tonight, we'll deal with some areas of fog up until early morning tomorrow, 21 degrees, and headed into tomorrow, 39 degrees, a chilly November day, but we are going to see mostly sunny skies, so not too much to complain about other than it's kind of cold. But 48 for Friday as you're headed out for Thanksgiving break if you're leaving on Friday, but it looks like we're going to bottom out our temperatures a little bit more as we look into the week of Thanksgiving. 38 for Monday and mostly cloudy skies. So it looks like a push of cold air is going to move into the Midwest here. Fortunately, I won't have to deal with that. I'm going back home to New York, but looks like the Midwest is going to remain cold for Thanksgiving break. I don't think we're going to see any snow though. So unfortunately, if you're looking for a little push of winter, don't think it's going to come in the next couple of weeks here.
That's good. Well, so we got snow in the Northwest. Snow not here, so maybe snow up the Northeast where you're going?
I don't think so, actually. It looks like the warmer temperatures we saw earlier this week are pushing over towards the east. So I'm going to see those temperatures around 50 degrees for next week. So it looks like we're not going to see any snow there. So it looks like a pretty quiet Thanksgiving break for most of the country.
For some people, that might be nice, though. I know
Yeah.
you've had problems in the past getting home and back with
Yeah.
flying and everything.
Yeah, it's you don't want to mess with weather when it comes to traveling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I guess it is a blessing in disguise.
And it definitely looks like those major hubs, especially like Chicago O'Hare and up there in New York and down there where you're going, Louis, down in New Orleans, are going to be pretty smooth sailing. You know, I don't anticipate that much
Yeah.
delays. That'd be a good thing.
You know, my friend that I'm visiting keeps joking. He's like, don't bring the cold weather with you. Because it's supposed to be like 60s while I'm there. I'm like, that's hot
Right.
at this point.
I wouldn't mind a little 60s, but probably get my own little 70s and 80s. when we're
Yeah,
down in the
that'll be
south.
nice.
That'll be great. But this weekend looks great too. A few events there. We have a men's football game. I also know the Living History Farms race is on this Saturday as well, so hopefully it won't be too cold then. But anything else you guys got?
I don't think so. It looks like a quiet Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
And when we get back here after break, we'll definitely have your winter break forecast. I
Right.
think people are looking forward to that. See if we're going to have a white Christmas. I think we'll have the answers
Yeah.
to those
Mhm.
in shows to come.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, and I know there's been a lot of disagreement also on how this winter's going to wrap up, especially with there's a lot of conflict between the Old Farmer's Almanac, which a lot of people depend on, and plus
Yep.
what the National Weather Service's hydrological report states. So it's going to be a very interesting winter to see how things are going to wrap up for us here in central Iowa.
It surely will be. Well, speaking of wrapping it up, that's pretty much all we got for this edition of Size Eyes on the Skies. I hope you have a great evening, and thanks for tuning in.